What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got new One Piece cards to talk about. We got the two final leaders we need to have a chat about from OP-06, and we got some other cards we need to chat about as well. Shout out to _Piece TCG over on Twitter. Yes, it's a confusing handle. No, it's not official. However, they actually, I started following them. I wasn't following them for some reason. They tweet a lot of good One Piece TCG stuff. I'd be following them if I were you. 55,000 other people are. But I want to start off with Perona, because I told you guys super clearly the other day that we'd seen 4 out of 6 leaders. And that we knew from the distributor listings, and actually from the official online listings, we knew that there were going to be Thriller Bark cards in the set. So I was assuming there had to be a Thriller Bark leader, and I really wanted a Perona leader. We got one, ladies and gentlemen. We got one. I'm delighted. I'm not sure I love the leader, although other people seem to like it more than I do. But you know what? I asked for a Perona leader. We got a Perona leader. I'm not gonna be picky. As a side note, we got a black-green leader here. It is not the first black-green leader we've seen. We also saw Isho in OP-04. That's got Don X1 on your turn, give -1 to all of your opponent's characters, and at the end of your turn, you can pay 1 to set up to one of your characters with a cost of 5 or less as active. So that's your competition here. If you're looking to be playing Perona, that is the other leader which has the same color combination, which is, of course, incredibly important. So what does Perona do? Well, we've got ourselves a 5,000 power for life. And we've got activate main. Once per turn, you can choose one of the following 2 things. You either rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less, or you give up to one of your opponent's characters -1 cost for the turn. Okay. And that's pretty good. Like, you've really got the green and black thing going on here. When you're resting, that's clearly the green part of the card coming in. When you're reducing the cost, that's clearly the black part of the card coming in. Black cards love reducing cost. And this is alright. I mean, to be fair, the thing that a lot of people are jumping on here, and I have to say it's quite good, there's no downside to resting a character here. A lot of the leaders that rest characters are if you pay, or if you rest this leader, or whatever. Here, there's no downside. You just get to rest one of your opponent's characters. You don't have to rest Perona or do anything else. You just rest one of your opponent's characters. And honestly, if you look at Perona in the manga, this makes perfect sense. Taking one of your opponent's characters out for a turn, yeah, that seems about right. So you can either play it with the cost reducing like Black likes to do, or you can do it resting a character once per turn. Honestly, the fact that you can rest a character for free is great. And it's got a decent color combination in green and black as well. I'm definitely going to be testing this because I want Perona to be good. But I told you there were 2 leaders we were missing. The other one is Gecko Moria. I know a lot of people said they wanted Gecko Moria when I mentioned it in a video the other day. I always thought Gecko Moria was more likely because that was the actual leader of the Thriller Bark Pirates, let's be clear. And you know what? We get both of them. That's kind of lovely. Now, with Gecko Moria here, we've got a just plain mono black leader, 5,000 power, 5 life, and you got to pay quite a bit here. It's Don X1 when attacking, pay 2, trash a card from your hand, then trash the top 2 cards of your deck. But after doing all of that, you get to play a Thriller Bark Pirates character with a cost of 4 or less from the trash, and that's actually really good. You are playing a character for free. Now, you're not really playing it for free because you've got a Don X1 and you've got to pay 2 and you've got to trash 2 cards from the top of your deck. Really, you're playing a 4 cost as a 2 cost with a Don X1 trashing 2 from the top of your deck. No, that's not ideal. But you're playing a character for free, ladies and gentlemen. And it's, okay, you're playing a character for a 2 cost. But playing a 4 cost as a 2 cost, yeah. Love this. This is awesome. And obviously you're reanimating characters. I mean, this is perfect. Obviously. We love this. And actually, don't sleep on the fact that you are trashing cards on the top of your deck, because sometimes that's a bad thing. But of course, we've seen, especially starting in OP-04, a lot of black cards now work when you've got a certain number of cards in the trash. Think about the Luffy, for instance, that gets to restand, but only if you put 7 cards from the trash to the bottom of your deck in any order. So you got to have enough cards in your trash in order for that to actually work. Or Gum Gum King Kong Gun that says one of your Dress Rose type characters gains 6,000 power, but if you got 15 or more cards in your trash, that card also gains double attack. We see this in black quite a lot now. Cards that essentially activate or get more powerful if you got enough cards in the trash. So yes, you have to trash 2 cards from the top of your deck with Moria in order to make this work. However, that's not necessarily a downside. And the Donex 1 makes you more powerful when you're attacking. You're essentially paying 2 to get a 4 cost out your trash. It's not bad, ladies and gentlemen. It's not bad. But we do have a couple of other cards we need to talk about that fit very, very nicely into this Thrillerbark Pirates thing as well. We might as well mention them here. And actually, I've been looking around since I did this. Although I did get the images from 1_piece TCG, it looks like they might actually have originated from OP-06 over on Instagram. It looks like that's where they may have come from in the first place. Although they don't say that, I think they might have come from there. But shout out to OP-06 on Instagram anyway, who are clearly doing awesome One Piece TCG stuff, and you should definitely be checking them out. So more Thrillerbark Pirates then. What have we got? Well, we've got Ruma. This is a very cool character. Although I do need to mention, Ruma obviously is a green character, so yes, can be used with Perona. No, cannot be used with Gecko Moria. Sorry about that. But what we've got is a 4-cost, 6,000 power, no counter, and on play or on KO, KO up to one of your opponent's rested characters with a cost of 4 or less. Obviously, this is going to go brilliantly with Perona, because Perona just gets to no issues, no cost, rest a 4-cost or less character, so Ruma will just then KO them. And it's combining these two, which I really, really, really like. And I think if you're playing Perona, then playing Ruma is an absolute slam dunk, no issue question. Just go for it. Because you KO a character when you play, and you KO a character when you get KO'd. And there's no issue here of what if the right character isn't rested, because Perona's skill, and this is what I'm really holding on to as a Perona might be good, you never know thing, because Perona's skill is just rest a character. You don't have to do anything else. There's no limits on which character gets rested, as long as it's 4 cost or less, which is what you're going after with Ruma. Yes, obviously there is a limit, it's 4 cost or less, but I mean, when we're combining it with Ruma, that's what you can go for anyway. And I adore this. I think the pair of this is just going to be good, and I think this is going to work very, very, very nicely indeed. Worth pointing out, as well as being Thrillerbark Pirates, this is also Wano Country. Apologies for all the times I've said Wano Country. I can read Japanese to a degree. I know it's Wano Country. Even though I've only read the manga and I've not actually heard it said out loud, I can read the characters. I'm sorry, I've been saying that wrong too many times. I am going to try and be better, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to try and be better. But the point is, we do have a couple of leaders that might pair quite nicely with this. And I'm really liking Kinemon here, because activate main once per turn. If you've got 1 or fewer characters in play, reduce the cost of the next 3 cost or higher Wano Country type character you play from your hand by 1. So this then becomes a 1 cost. And you're bumping a 4 cost when you play it. Just putting it out there, ladies and gentlemen. This might be kind of fun. I like Kinemon with this. And I like Perona with this. I think this is going to be a card that sees a lot of play, because the fact that it basically gets rid of 2 4-cost characters, one when it comes in, one when it goes out, that's really good. Really good. And like I say, if you can rest a character with Perona to set it up, or play this as essentially a 1 cost with Kinemon, that's when this becomes really very, very powerful indeed. But then we've got a couple of black cards that might work nicely with Gecko Moria, including Absalom. We got 4 cost, 5,000 power, counter plus 1,000, and what you have to do is return 2 cards from your trash to the bottom of your deck in any order. Again, the fact that you're trashing with Gecko Moria comes in here, so you've got enough cards in your trash to do so. And then what you can do is just KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 2 or less. Cool. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Getting cards back in your deck can be a bonus, especially if you're going pretty heavy on the discard. which black does sometimes do nowadays. So being able to get some cards you really want back, if you're discarding enough cards, you might actually see them again. But also, you get to KO a 2-cost or less character. This is kind of nice, ladies and gentlemen. This is kind of nice. And of course, this is a 4-cost. So what you can essentially do is pay 2 to play this with Gecko Moria. And then it comes in, and then you get 2 cards back into your deck. And then you KO a 2-cost. So you're basically paying 2 with Gecko Moria to get a 5,000 power character on the field and KOing a 2-cost character. Not bad, ladies and gentlemen. Not bad at all. And then we see a very similar thing coming in here with Dr. Hogback. Again, 4-cost, again, 5,000 power, again, counter plus 1,000. And again, you need to return 2 cards from your trash to the bottom of your deck in any order. And it does have to be to the bottom, can't be to the top. But if you do so, you get to put a Thriller Bark card other than Dr. Hogback from your trash into your hand. Which is really good. Because now, instead of putting it to the bottom of your deck, where you might draw into it again if you can mill hard enough, no, you just get it back into your hand. And that's a very, very good thing. And again, because it's a 4-cost, and I don't think it's a coincidence these have all been shown off together, I think they got shown off in a magazine. I believe that's where they originate from. I believe they're from a magazine. So, it's no coincidence here that they've shown us a couple of 4-cost black characters that are Thriller Bark Pirates, at the same time as they've gone and shown us Gecko Moria, who can play a 4-cost Thriller Bark character. Yeah. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Also, remember, Gecko Moria plays from the trash, but you're trashing to do so, so you'll probably be okay. I think you're going to be alright. And looking at things like Dr. Hogback and Absalom together with Gecko Moria does make me think maybe there is a deck here. I'm still more excited about Perona. I do really like being able to just rest any character you like as 4-cost or less. And look, I asked for a Perona leader and I got one. I've got to be happy about that. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about these final 2 leaders. I want to know what you think about these characters. I want to know anything you want to tell me. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.